Hello and welcome to the latest Manufacturing Management Ask the Expert, where we pick the brains of some of the leading experts in the UK's industrial sector. Today, I'm delighted to be joined by Marco Forgione, Director General of the Institute for Export and International Trade. And unsurprisingly, we're going to be discussing the challenges facing companies looking to export at present with current geopolitical events, putting quite a bit of strain on supply chains and making exporting goods a real challenge for many. Marco, welcome along today. Can we start by talking a little bit about the Institute for Export and International Trade and what you can offer businesses, and in particular, I suppose, manufacturers?
Great. Thanks for inviting me along. The Institute is a UK charity. We were established in 1935 by the leading industrialists of the day with the explicit objective of enhancing the UK's export capabilities, the UK's export performance. And that golden thread of the reason why we were created in 35 is as relevant today as ever. We are a professional membership institute focused on professionalizing international trade. We have about 7,000 members, and they range from individuals through to micro businesses right the way up to global multinationals. We provide education, off-qual accredited education, training, consultancy, but all of it focused on helping businesses trade more efficiently, more compliantly.
Brilliant. And as I kind of alluded to a little bit earlier, there's quite a lot of challenges facing UK companies looking to export. You know, there's the pandemic and the events in Ukraine, and obviously, you know, Brexit and things like that. What are some of the kind of other challenges, I suppose, and what are the key challenges facing UK exporters?
Well, there's a whole raft from the regulations, the regularly changing regulatory environment, the legal framework for trade, and also, of course, the challenges of COVID, the supply chain, logistics meltdown, the global impact of that, the changing relationships between nations, all of that combines to impact the way in which manufacturing sector, anyone involved in international trade, is able to trade efficiently. And the Institute acts both as a membership body. We're able to represent views and opinions to government, to policy makers, to decision makers, to help amend, affect change where relevant. But we are also the prism through which traders and businesses interpret what the implications of regulatory changes are. So one of the key things we've been doing is providing assistance directly to all businesses to understand what the implications of the Russian sanctions are, to make sure that businesses continue to trade without breaching those sanctions. In fact, we were the first organization to host a webinar providing advice and guidance to businesses about those sanctions. We did that eventually with the support of the UK government. We had over 1,400 businesses sign on. As a result of that, we hosted 2 roundtables with the Secretary of State so that she heard directly from businesses about the challenges they faced. And the challenges are about interpretation and understanding, but also dealing with real practical problems that businesses face, particularly from the sanctions with Russia. You know, we had members who had bought goods, but the goods were still in Russia. We had members who had sold goods into Russia, but hadn't been paid. You know, there's really practical challenges that business face, as well as how do you continue to trade compliantly into the EU and other nations.
Absolutely, it's a real minefield at the moment. But how are, in your experience, how are UK businesses, and again, especially those within the manufacturing sector, how are they coping with these challenges and everything that's been thrown at them over the past few years in particular?
Chris, it's tough. You know, it's difficult, and it's difficult for UK businesses, but it's difficult for global businesses. And it seems that those once in a lifetime or once in a generation events are happening on almost a monthly basis. You know, we've had to deal with COVID. We then had to deal with the UK's new relationship with the EU as a result of Brexit. We've had the global supply chain challenge and the meltdown of the global logistics sector. All of that is compounding. And I think actually we have seen a decline, a drop-off in the number of UK businesses exporting, the same across the world, that decline. But it's obvious to us from the conversations we have, not just with members, but with the wider trading community, that there is a real appetite to grow business, to explore new marketplaces, and to expand the markets in which UK businesses not just source but trade effectively. An area that we feel really acutely aware of is that one of the main blockers to businesses trading internationally is a fear and a lack of a sense of understanding of either what the regulations are or having the skills in-house in order to make sure that you trade compliantly. Now, we are able to provide some of that solution. The UK government has done some work with the Exporter Support Scheme, but we feel that there's more that needs to be done, which is why a few weeks ago, we launched the Exporter Accelerator Programme. We created a fund of £1.1 million to support any business in the UK to get the training, the consultancy, the education, the knowledge, the expertise that they need in order to trade. That fund of vouchers was taken up in less than a week. So over £1 million was accessed by UK businesses so that they got the understanding of how to trade compliantly. And I'm delighted to say that through manufacturing management, we're making a number of those vouchers, additional vouchers, available to your subscribers, because we are passionate about international trade. We believe that international trade is a force for good. It's clearly documented that businesses which trade internationally are more profitable, more sustainable, more innovative, and we want UK businesses particularly to seize the opportunities that exist from the new trading relationship we have, from the free trade agreements that the government has signed, and to have the tools to overcome the challenges of the regulatory environment, both from what's happening in Ukraine, but the wider changes in relationships with nations.
Absolutely, and we'll put up more information about those vouchers at the end of this discussion, and indeed more information will be going out to our readers very soon. As you say, Marco, exporting, while it might seem a bit daunting at the moment, it is a good opportunity. You said it yourself. The most successful companies are the ones that trade internationally. What would be your kind of message, I suppose, to those companies, those manufacturers who are thinking of exporting, maybe, or at least broadening their horizons in terms of the countries that they do export to, and don't really know how to go about it, or don't really know how to navigate these challenges? How can the Institute of Export help with that?
So you're absolutely right, Chris. The first thing they should do is pick up the phone or go to export.org.uk and get in touch with us. We've got a team of professional international trade experts ready there to help and support UK businesses with their international trade, whether that's how dealing with the customs procedures, whether it's about market knowledge and insight, whether it's about understanding the rules, the regulations, or whether the business is looking to establish the correct structures and systems within their organization in order for them to trade internationally. There should be no barrier for a business to trade globally. Any business that was previously trading with the EU is now involved in international trade because of the new relationship with the EU. And if you're trading with the EU, it's no more complicated to be trading with the rest of the world. And we would really encourage any business to seize the opportunities. Brand Britain is really well respected, particularly British manufacturing, hugely respected internationally. And therefore, any business, any organization, whether you are in the supply chain, whether you're in the value chain, or whether you are a supplier of the finished product, you should be looking at a global marketplace. And we are here, stand ready to support you in whatever way is needed. You know, we've got a team of experts with over 2,500 years of knowledge, practical knowledge and expertise of helping businesses with their international trade. And they are armed and ready to support UK business.
Brilliant. You can't ask for a more passionate response than that, Marco. It's, you know, it's really good to hear that, you know, there is support out there. And as you say, if you're trading with the EU, the rules as they are now, you could be trading with pretty much any other country in the world. So hopefully our conversation now and various other things that we're doing with the Institute of Export and International Trade will kind of help some of those manufacturers maybe take the plunge and begin to look at other export markets. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. We've reached our limit with this. Marco Forgione, thank you very much for your time today. Thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully there's plenty of food for thought in what Marco has said today, and I look forward to seeing you on the next Ask the Expert video. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chris.